BATJAC J.W, and we're talking about revolvers again on the channel. What a surprise. This time around we're going to be kind of talking about what some things that you could look for, something that you could look for. I'm no expert, but I know a couple of things, the areas that I check for when I purchase a used revolver. This is definitely especially something like A357 Magnum or 44 Magnum or 41 Magnum, etc. This is something you can look for. One of the things I check immediately, I check the condition of firing pin and whatnot. What kind of a heavy turn ring we have from lockup to lockup. Are the lockups kind of gouged up from somebody perhaps cowboying the gun and spinning it and slamming it shut, stuff like that. Tension on the hand there, and how much movement we have on it. What I'm talking about is that right there. And a major part that I check for is right down in here, and that's the forcing cone. The other side of the other end of the barrel, basically, and the barrel screwed into the frame. I check that right there. I check to see what kind of condition we're looking at, because it'll start taking a hammering over time, and if you see some damage to it or where it's kind of chewed up on the inside of it, it's probably meaning that this that particular firearm may have had a pretty steady, harsh diet of some pretty spicy loads there, so that you might want to check that. And also check the top strap here, see if you got any kind of damage up there, because this is where it's going to take the most of the damage right there, the brunt of a lot of the high pressure rounds and stuff like that. So that's where I check, and that's just what I do. Of course, there's a million other things to check, but that's one of the major things that I check for, because that kind of stuff, I mean, unless you rebarrel it and get it all fitted back in, get the cylinder and it shaved down and everything, it can be kind of a pain in the butt. So that's one of the things I check for. You can also check to see kind of if you got any kind of space gap between the crane and the frame right here, stuff like that. Checking the timing, putting a slight drag on the ejector rod, seeing if it locks up. You could do that to all 6 cylinders. Pull the hammer back, let it down, check that for lockup, side to side for the end. Stuff like that you could check for on your revolvers. So anyway, hope that helps you out on your journey of purchasing some cool old goodies at maybe some shows, some shops, and whatnot. So I'm BATJAC J.W. Like, share, and subscribe.